What is going on, my beautiful people? In today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different. Hunting season is now over, but I had a couple questions of, what do I take on my person when I go out in the woods? Generally, I take a backpack. It's not going to be everything that's in my backpack, but that video may be soon to come on the channel. But this is just what I keep on my person, what I keep, whether it's in my hunting shirt or in my hunting pants, and that I carry in the woods with me. And a lot of this I actually carry around on a pretty daily basis. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into what my 2020-2021 hunting EDC was. All right, so the first thing that we're going to take a look at here is my keys. So right off the bat, we do have, a standard Ford keyed fob. We have a grocery store card. We have a little pinky promise thing from Candace that she gave me back when we were dating that I keep on here. And then we have a little peanut lighter. This is in brass. So if you don't know what this is, basically it is a lighter with a gasket that you put butane in. So you fill it up with butane and then you have a lighter. Why I like this lighter and why I chose it is, first off, it's small. It can hold butane for a very, very long time, a lot longer than a standard Zippo lighter because of that gasket. It's waterproof and it can light a lot of fires. This thing has been super helpful. Being out in the woods, you never know when you might need to start a fire, warm your hands up if it's super cold or anything like that. And so that's why I like to keep that on my keys. My two keys are held together by copper little rings here, and then I have the brass key magnet, the key bar magnet, so I can take my keys off. And on this side I have a key bar with my house key in it. Don't really have much other in the key bar. This was a Christmas present that I have, and I am super excited to have one now. It was a little pricey, but that's what Christmas is for, and I am very thankful to whoever gave me this. There's going to be a lot more to do with this key bar. There's a lot of upgrades that I want to make, but overall, that is my key setup. All right, next up, I just have my wallet. It's got credit cards, driver's license, hunting license, carry permit, everything along that line I keep in there. If I have paper tags, I usually store them in here as well. And this is a Bob Timberlake or Bob Timberland, can't really read it, wallet. Picked it up at Bass Pro Shop a couple years ago. It's pretty small, holds a little bit of cash, and I really like it. It's a genuine American leather, which was what kind of my theme is. It's leather, woodsy, with a little bit of brass and a little bit of copper in there. So that is my wallet that I carry around with me. Next up, one of the things that I carry around is actually a pocket notebook. So this is just a field notes, right in the rain notebook within a leather little kind of holder. Just kind of keeping up that leather aesthetic. I like to have paper out in the woods. As you hunters know, that you can do a lot of thinking in the woods. So if I have video ideas or anything like that, I generally will jot them down in this. Any kind of plans for videos, or any kind of plans for building blinds, or anything that really pops up that I want to note, whether it's temperatures, moon phases, whatever, I can throw them down in here and keep them. As well, for whatever reason, if you get lost in the woods, you can rip out pages, you can write on them if you have a pen, or you can kind of use them as trail markers to leave little breadcrumbs. That way you do not get lost in the woods. So that's kind of my thought process behind that item. And that's usually in my front right pocket along with my keys. And then my wallet is usually in my back pocket. In my front left pocket, that is where I keep this little pocket organizer. With that, I have a Fisher Space pen in copper. Love this pen. They really do write just about on anything. I keep that there. And then in here, I have a flashlight as well as a multi-tool. And having both of these things in the woods is super helpful. And again, it's just in a leather pocket organizer. This one is Deodrio. That is the brand of this one, and I absolutely love it. So I have the Leatherman Wingman as my multi-tool. I like it because it does have pliers, it has a bottle opener, it has, the pry bar, the screwdrivers, just about everything that you're going to need. The Phillips head, flathead, pry bar. Really all around just a great multi-tool. The file comes in handy. That way, if you have a fingernail or something like that that's messed up, that drives me crazy. It's super easy to get that fixed when you're out in the woods with this. And you know, you have your can opener, that way if you have some lunch, and everything that you could need is really on here. And then the most used things on here are the scissors. So I love having a little pair of scissors with me in the woods, and these scissors are absolutely amazing. They're big, they're robust, spring assisted, and they are sharp and will cut through a lot of different things. So, you know, if you're opening product while you're out in the woods or anything along those lines, having a pair of scissors really does help, and I absolutely love having my pair out there. And then, of course, on the other side, it does have a smaller blade with a little bit of serration. That way, if you do need to use a secondary blade, this is a really good one, but my primary use for this multi-tool is not the blade. And then on the other side of my pocket organizer, I do keep a flashlight. This is a rechargeable flashlight. So the reason I really like this light is a couple different reasons. It has your generic low setting, it has the bright setting, it has a strobe setting, and then if you hold it, it has a little moonlight function. So if you're in the stand, getting in the stand, and you just need something out of your bag, you can use this, and it's pretty easy to keep this from being detected by wildlife. Another reason I really like this is because of the clip. So it has the generic pocket clip, and then it also has a secondary clip on top. That way, if I need to turn this on and hook it to my hat, I can do so. But yeah, the way this pocket clip is designed, you can take it, put it on your hat, you know, get it on, and then you have your headlamp for walking around in the woods. Another thing that I really like about this light is it does get a little bit warm, which can be a good or a bad thing, but when you're using it, it gets warm. But while you're using it, it can get warm, which is really nice on the hands. If you're getting a little bit cold out there, you can kind of turn this on and keep it in your bag and kind of use it as a hand warmer. Now that will kind of dwindle down your battery, but hey, you know, if your hands are really that cold, you might not care, and you might be able to get back home pretty soon to charge it back up. And then lastly, for my EDC, well, not lastly, we'll save the knife for last. What I have on this side, I have a groove ring wedding band in camo. It's kind of the same kind of pattern as my shirt here. Out of the silicone ones I've seen, I absolutely love this one the best. And then I have the Timex Expedition in rugged as a watch. It's got the Indiglow. Also, the hands on here are glow in the dark. Really love it. Waterproof watch. Don't have to worry about it getting beat up. And for the price, it is one of my favorite kind of budget EDC watches. That way, you know, if you're going to be outside something, you're not going to worry too much if it gets scratched up, if it gets wet, if it gets a little blood on it, anything like that. And then as far as my knife goes, there is a full review of this knife. I just got it, but this is the Benchmade Grizzly Creek. Super sharp knife. I love the drop point blade design. It's got the toils on it. I'm not going to go too much into this knife because there's a video that will be linked up above for this knife. But it is a fantastic knife, especially if you're going to be in the woods a lot. And then aside from my primary weapon, whether it is my bow or my firearm, rifle, anything like that that I'll take out into the woods, as far as a carry goes, I do carry the Sig Sauer P365. This is the XL Romeo version. I really like it because it has that red dot sight on there, as well as it's a little bit bigger, so it fits in my hand a little bit better, and it carries a couple other shots other than the standard P365. I carried that in a Kydex sheath. I'm not exactly sure of the maker, but it was American, so I really liked it. And this is actually for the P365, so the barrel sticks out just a little bit, but I don't really mind that when I carry because I typically appendix carry it, and I enjoy having it. But yeah, so that's pretty much my EDC when I go out in the woods hunting. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. What is something on this table that you wouldn't have thought about carrying as EDC? Or, you know, what are you carrying when you go out in the woods? Just on your person, you know, not in your backpack, because I have a couple other things in my backpack as well. But if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. More than 97% of you guys watching this video have not subscribed. highly recommend you becoming a beautiful person and joining in on the channel. Got a lot of big stuff coming up, and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. But anyways, guys, let's get to the verse of the week, and we'll sign off there. All right, so I know there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, and I wanted to pick this verse in particular because I feel like as a man or woman of God, this verse kind of explains how we need to be. 1 Timothy 6:11 says, "But you, man of God, flee from all this. Pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, endurance, and gentleness." So I know that there's a lot of, just political drama going on in the world, and there's a lot of things that happen that are scary and cause a lot of uneasiness. Don't fear the weapon because God made the blacksmith. So just keep that in mind. Keep faith, keep gentle kindness. Remember, what would Jesus do? I know that's a cliche saying, but think about that when you're going throughout your day. And find comfort in the Lord. Find comfort in the Lord. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you'll share the Word of God with someone this week. I think it's the least that we can do as true believers in Christ. And once again, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed for becoming a beautiful person. Thank you all for watching. And always remember, when nature calls or God calls, you better answer. Peace.